Hi, it's Randy from Randy's Crypto Mining and Phone Farming, and today I'm going to go through my little phone farm, and it is little compared to a lot of these other guys, but I was just a hobbyist up until lately. Now I'm kind of hitting it hard, so yeah, I guess I'll show you where I'm at, and we can do an update in a couple of months to see where I've grown to if I do decide to grow. Some of these things do make some money, but some are, yeah, not so good. So anyway, I'm going to go through what I'm doing presently. It's beginning of July of 2019, and some of these have old faithfuls for apps that I've ran for quite a while. And some are new, and some I'm doing some trials on, and because I revisit things every once in a while, stuff changes. Apps have new advertisers, new games, etc., etc., etc. So anyway, we'll go into what my phone farm consists of. So this is kind of the command center, or the control center. I'm actually down one monitor because I do bookkeeping on the side, so I'm having to borrow that for generally I have two monitors, but as you can see, this is my Dell 1720 laptop. I've got a T3500, which I've took the cover off for airflow because I mine with it, and my phones that I actually farm with. So this one is my S7. I upgraded my phone to an S8 Plus. The video is being shot on right now, and that is my main phone, so I do some games on there, and overnight I'll put it either on Cashmagnet or, but this S7, generally I run Cashmagnet on it, but I've recently, since Honeygain has come around, I'll run, right now presently I'm running Rawr, which let's see, what it's like a lottery every day coming in to see if there's any new apps to it, and hasn't had an app. Had one recently, but hasn't had an app for a couple of weeks. I run Podcoin in the background. Generally, Podcoin only runs while I'm listening to it, so I shut it off because it's not a passive, it's not a fully passive app, so I shut it off when I'm not listening to it, because you gotta wait, or you gotta be around to hit "Are you listening?" And so yeah, it's just not worth it. I'll run that, and then I'll run Cashmagnet when I'm not listening to it, and I also run Honeygain on that in the background, and it runs pretty stable on the S7. On the S5, which I have over here, I generally run Appflame, and that's been a pretty good payout, pretty stable when running the games, so I'm pretty happy with that app. And of course, Honeygain in the background. This little one here, I don't know if you can see or not, but it is quite cracked and quite broken. So that's kind of where I started my phone farm with, was this phone that obviously is not working 100%, but I can still use it for what I want for the phone farm. So I run Lucky Miner, and that has been an amazing app for me. Very stable, and I do play it very well, or do use it quite a bit. And then of course, Honeygain in the background. A lot of these 3 phones, when the apps aren't, when the apps don't have anything that pays, I'll run Cashmagnet. Lately, Cashmagnet has declined in the payouts that I'm receiving, so I don't know. I'm gonna have to tweak that later. But Honeygain came around, so no use to tweak. So now this is the tablet E that I have running. Does not run Cashmagnet very well at all, and some of the other apps, you know, like the Podcoin, it doesn't seem to want to run them to their optimum. So I do run CoinOp on it, and that's also been a very good payout. As you see, my T3500, it's running some crypto mining. It's just got it's a 1050 Ti and a 1060. Yes, I'm the green team, but at either rate, I'll go more into the crypto later, but it's just a small one. Shut that off. Can't run the miner when I'm running anything else. It takes total control over it. And I've tried online miners, but we'll go into them later. Of course, Honeygain in the background. On my laptop, that's where I run most of my video to watch video apps and online. So generally Swagbucks is always running in the foreground and Honeygain in the background. And so now we'll go into my routine of what I do every day. As you've seen, I've already closed everything out, and I'm kind of particular about my phones. I've had a few glitches, such as hang-ups and apps not wanting to work. So this is what I do on a daily basis. I know the other guys out there don't do as much or even more, but either way, this is what I do. It keeps my phone stable, and also my S5. Yes, it has already gone through one battery. It had a battery bloat. So what I do is I have them on a timer. I found that generally 2.5 hours on and 1 hour or half hour off keeps the batteries so that they're replenishing themselves, and for some strange reason I don't get battery bloat. Now, those are the apps that I run. Some of the ones, if I'm running Cashmagnet, it's obviously more demanding. If I'm just running regular apps, then I can probably go, you know, a lot longer without. I try to discharge the batteries as much as possible and recharge them, but you don't want to go too far, because then the phone just shuts off and shuts your apps down. So either way, what I do is I obviously will clear off all my notifications. I run CC Cleaner. Them up nicely. Keeps my phones all nice and clean too. Some of the guys have talked about cleaning a cache. I found this works fine. I really haven't had to clean a cache. Obviously you get your little advertisements, pays for the bills. For my computers, all I do is I just restart them, and I'll do CC Cleaner once a week, and I will also defrag them about once a month, whether they need it or not. Keeps things going. And then I'll restart every one of the machines, every one of my phones and tablets. Once they've restarted, I use a little app that I really like. The no screen, come on, there you go, the no screen off. really like that. And what it does is it takes your screen off and it disables it. So now, you know, if you're playing a game or something and you're waiting for some bonus to come along and not actively pushing buttons or on the phone, then your screen won't shut off. So then I just start my apps. So once again, I'll show you how I decide which apps to run and when for the day. Don't forget to start the background one. And we'll go over here. We got password, so we'll do a little interlude. This is not paid for by Tim Hortons, but I sure do cash out the Swagbucks for it. So with this one, I found it's easy just to bookmark or make a shortcut. And then you use your Swagbuck toolbar or button, toolbar button. And I'll start my Swagbucks. There's your to-do list. Let's see if the daily watch is on. You can only watch for a certain amount of time for the whole day. I'm still trying to figure it out how sometimes when you start it, or restart the machine, or restart the phone or the device, it stays resident in the memory, but sometimes it doesn't. So I just make sure every time I start it that I go and start the no screen off again. Once again, no new apps on that one either for a while. I see there's a few people online that have noticed that as well, that there isn't getting any. So now we'll go to the computer.